That happened. What's good, y'all? Your girl is back. Your girl is back. Yes. Breathe. I know it's a big deal. I know it's been a month. I know some of y'all probably hate me, but I still got love for you. I still got love for you. I understand why you may hate me, but hear me out. So if you follow me on my Instagram or my Twitter, you guys would already know why I'm gone. So if you low-key hate me because I haven't posted, that means you're not following my socials, which means you low-key aren't loyal. But it's okay because I still love you though. So make sure you follow me on my socials to keep up with me when I'm not posting here, which won't be long. Like, you know, I'm back now. Like, we're gonna get back into these popping uploads, you know. So pretty much why I've been gone and why I haven't posted for a month is because I had to get scoliosis surgery, and I wanted to talk about this. I wasn't going to talk about it. I just was gonna leave it be at my Instagram or my Twitter post, but I wanted to talk about this because I was talking to a mutual of mine, Ashley. If you're watching, Ashley girl, love you to pieces. She helped me through my recovery process a lot, like letting me know what's normal, what's not normal. But yeah, so I basically did a poll on my Twitter saying if you guys want me to do a story time about my scoliosis surgery / recovery, and 96% of you said yes, so here I am and let's do it. I feel like scoliosis can be really overlooked. It can be very challenging. For me at least, it was a very challenging, how long has it been, 5-6 years of battling with this. But I do want to be open with you guys to the point where you guys can know some of the things that I'm struggling with or I've dealt with, so that you guys don't feel alone. I feel like, what's the point of using a platform if I'm not making an impact? Like, that's the whole reason I wanted to create my YouTube channel, is to have an impact. And I just feel like I've just been getting so lost in the sauce lately. Like, I've just been trying to play catch up with all these other like growing and aspiring YouTubers. Not saying that that's a bad thing. It's good to be ambitious, but I would see people that I really look up to in the beauty community and YouTube community, like, man, I want to have 80,000 subscribers. I want to have 20,000 subscribers. I want to have 10,000 subscribers. I want my comment sections to be bumping when I post a video. Wow, that person gets 5K within 5 minutes of posting their video. I want that. But it's like, everything has a time and a place, and that's just not me in this time and this place right now, and that's okay. So I had to have that self-realization for myself. But yeah, so that's like a little bit how this channel is going to be changing. I'm going to be doing like a lot more content that pleases me, instead of trying to, like I said, play catch up with everybody else and with what everybody else is creating. We're going to get really chill on this channel, still popping, but really chill. I want to incorporate more fashion things because fashion has just been something that has been still on my heart lately. I've just been loving putting outfits together. And I want to do more like baddie on a budget, bad and bougie videos from my back to school series. You guys seem to really like that. The way that I like basically just stretch my dollar, and I feel like I can, you know, transfer that information to you guys so that you don't have to be balling to look poppin'. So yeah, that's coming. And then I just want to do a lot more chit chat, get ready with me's. And I've totally done away with the fact that they don't get as many views because they're longer videos, but like, who cares? Like, somebody's gonna enjoy my video. I enjoy my video. At the end of the day, like, I'm not getting that much money in my AdSense account for me to really be pressed about what people want me to post. So I'm gonna just do me. So this is the kickoff to the new and improved karmelkay brand. Okay, we have a new channel banner, we have a new end slate. Like, we're going through big things right now. Big things. So let's actually get into the story. So alright, so background about my scoliosis, whole diagnosis, everything like that. I was diagnosed when I was in middle school. Yeah, middle school. And I was diagnosed at just like, you know, your regular checkup during school, like when the school nurse, oh, bend down, touch your toes. That's when she found out that I had scoliosis. And I, to this day, me and my family, we think I had so many growth spurts so close together, and like such large growth spurts, that my body must have not been able to catch up, because it's like there's not really much you can do to get scoliosis besides like super bad slouching in posture. But for me, it's not like I really did anything to get it. It just kind of happened. It's just one of those things, like, you just got it. Like, yeah. So I was diagnosed with scoliosis. I was diagnosed with scoliosis, and then that upcoming school year, so going into that next year of middle school, I had to wear a brace. Like, I started wearing a brace that summer going into that next school year, and it was horrible, y'all. I hated my brace. Some people can stick through it, like Rachel Cantu. That's also another YouTuber. She's amazing. Her content's amazing. Her makeup is bomb, and she's just so chill. She's one of the people. Her Love by Leah X, Love from Leah X, and Talitha Jane all cohesively inspired me to just have a more chill, laid back personal feel on my channel. So yeah, shout out to them. But yeah, Rachel Cantu, she's younger than me, but her makeup is like on point, and she actually goes through, she has scoliosis as well, and I think she's been wearing her brace for 5 years. I only had to wear mine for like 2. So yeah, you guys should totally check her out if you guys want more like insight and stuff, because I know she's talked about her scoliosis on her channel. So yeah, so I wore my brace for like 2 years, but I was so bad with wearing it. Like, I would wear it and then I wouldn't wear it, and I wear it and I wouldn't wear it. Like, I was a mess. And so, because I just really hated it, like, it was just thick plastic. Like, think like water bottle plastic, but like if you took all this plastic and you made like a really thick kind of waist trainer thing, but it went like from right under your armpit to right by your hip. Like, you get what I'm saying? It literally just was like almost a body cast that you had to wear underneath your clothes, and it was so uncomfortable, so thick, and it made me feel so stiff. I could barely move. And the whole premises of it was for you to like eventually have the cast or the brace to be able to fully close, and I never got to that point because it was literally so painful for me. It just was really uncomfortable, rubbed against my skin, and just made me feel like the Tin Man. Like, I felt like I couldn't move, and I hate that. I like full range of mobility. But yeah, I mean, that's partially my fault because I know I should have worn the brace more consistently, but whatever. I am glad that I am where I am now. So basically, yeah, so I had to wear the brace for 2 years. I had a night brace and a day brace. The night one, I love my sleep too much to be going through that night brace, y'all. Like, that was horrific. So yeah, so I wore the brace for about 2 years, and I was like, I can't do this anymore, like, it's a dub. And so my initial doctor was like, well, you're gonna have to get the surgery. And I was like, you're really bugging, because I was going into high school at this time, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. So there was basically like this 3-year period where my scoliosis wasn't necessarily growing as dramatic as it was, but it wasn't decreasing either. Like, it was progressing so slow that I was able to just kind of be in like an idle state where I didn't have to wear my brace and I didn't have to do crazy therapy, because I did go through therapy, but only did it for like 3 or 4 months, and then I kind of just fell off of it. So yeah, I basically almost went through everything that you could possibly go through before going through surgery. So at this point, I'm in high school, I'm a junior, and I haven't worn brace in a while. I haven't done my therapy in a while, and my doctor's like, listen, sis. Well, he didn't say sis, but he basically was like, listen, your scoliosis has been up and down. Like, it's up to you if you want to get your surgery. And I remember thinking really long and really hard about this, because I was like, ooh, this is going to be a lot. And so I remember the day I decided to take it. I remember there was this one specific day. I had my period, and I always got really bad cramps. But for some reason, that specific day, I remember this was the day literally after I went to my doctor's appointment. The cramp was literally in the one section that my scoliosis was the worst. Like, if that makes sense. Like, the way my body used to be before was like, this was my hip, and then this was the other hip. Like, the other hip was like, there was no waistline. It was kind of like collapsed in a way, and then the other hip had like too much of a waistline. Like, it was like overbent, and then the other side had like nothing. So this is what my waistline was looking like. Pretty wonky. So yeah, and I just remember all of the pain was going into that overextended waistline, and I was just like, yeah, no, we need to get this fixed like now. So I made the appointment, and I got my surgery this past summer, July 2017. And y'all, it was a journey. It really was a journey, but I am so glad. I wouldn't have it any other way. Like, God just placed the timing, the surgeon, like everything out so well that I wouldn't want to have it any other way. So I'm super, super glad that everything did fall the way that it did. But yeah, you know, God always got you. So basically, when it came to pre-op, I didn't have to really do much except for take iron pills. They always were like, oh, like, you know, like, just take iron pills because, you know, my procedure was 6 hours. Yeah, so I was like cut open and being worked on for 6 hours. And some people are longer than that, some people are shorter than that. So obviously I was going to be losing a lot of blood. So I was taking my iron pills, and that's the only thing I had to do during my pre-op stages. Now the day of the operation, yeah, I was kind of nervous, but I was kind of chill because I just was like, it was one of those things where I was like, let's just get this over with now. Like, I just want to get this done with. I want to better my life. Like, I don't have to worry about these stupid cramps anymore. And, you know, like, not being able to, like, wash dishes or stand up for more than 30 minutes at a time because my back is literally hurting so bad. So, yeah. So, alright, the day after the operation, or, like, I wouldn't say the day after, but when I woke up, bruh, I wasn't necessarily in pain, but I was so loopy. Like, I've never, like, been high before, and that's not even bluffing, like, I never have, but I feel like if I were to, like, that would be the feeling, but, like, magnified times 10. Like, it was crazy. Like, I was like, mom, like, I heard my mom, but I didn't see my mom. And then it was weird. Like, when I would see her, I wouldn't hear her. I don't know, bro. I was tripping. Like, I was tripping. So, yeah. So I was really, really loopy because I was getting off the anesthesia and everything. And then the major thing for me post-op was the drugs. Like, the drugs were crazy, bro. Like, oh my goodness. So I was basically, like, on epidural, and then the anesthesia was still wearing off. And then I was on perks. Percocet, yeah. Percocet. That happened. Never in my life would I have thought that I would have had to say that. Like, are you kidding me? So every time I hear Mask Off by Future, I'm just like triggered. Like, that was me, unintentionally, like, for medical purposes, but that was me. Like, pretty much, keep it G, I was like a drug addict for like 3 days because they were like obviously for the purpose of pain relief, but rightfully so, because the surgery that I got, like, they literally took my lower back apart and put it back together, so my body literally had to get adjusted to a new spine, and your spine, like, controlled everything. And yeah, so rightfully so, because my body was healing. But it was like, bro, how am I on perks and it still hurts? Like, what is going on? So the first 2 weeks were like the worst weeks, but after that happened, I was good. The hardest thing for me was, one, getting through the pain and, like, actually getting up and, like, not just sitting in bed all day. And the second thing that was the worst was getting off of the drugs. Like, yeah. So my doctor was basically telling me, like, in order for me to fully, like, reboot my body and for my body to be in full swing again, I would have to get off the drugs. It was a Monday morning, and I stopped taking them, and I didn't feel bad until, like, 6 hours later. And then I remember I never cried in pain before in my life. Like, not that I can recall, but I was crying so much, like, just out of pain and frustration, because there was nothing I could do. It just hurt. It was horrible. But, like, looking back on it, I know I needed to go through that because, like, look where I'm now. I'm sitting up. Like, 2 weeks ago, I couldn't even sit up straight, period. Like, let alone sit up straight for however long I've been talking. So, yeah, today is actually my 1 month post-op anniversary. Like, there was a point in time where I literally couldn't walk by myself, or I couldn't go up the stairs. I couldn't use the bathroom by myself. Like, I was handicapped. Pretty much, I was handicapped. So grateful for all my family and friends that sent their prayers up, their messages, their love and everything, because it felt so amazing to have such an amazing support system. I say all of this to say that, like, it's just an ultimate, what do you say, a universal lesson. Anything that's worth it, there's gonna be, like, pain to go through it. You get what I'm saying? Like, whether it's finishing college, you're gonna have to go through the pain or the suffering or whatever it is of taking those classes, paying those bills, doing that homework, staying up to study for that exam. You know, or an entrepreneur, like staying up those late hours to get your business brand out, or networking, or this and that. Like, everything that you go through, there's gonna be some type of trial or tribulation that you're gonna have to face, but that's what makes it all worth it. And I just want to say really real quick to anybody that's going through scoliosis, whether you're going through the brace, the therapy, the surgery, the recovery, you will get through it. I know there's days where you really feel like you can't do it, because trust me, I've been there in every stage. But, like, you can do it. The thing that helped me the most was praying, singing my gospel songs, and remembering scriptures. Now, if you're not a believer of Christ or a follower of Christ, however you want to say it, then find something that will keep you going. Whether it be, okay, I know that I'll be able to do this when I'm gone. Like, if you're an athlete or a gymnast or anything of that sort, musician, and you want to be able to write your music or play your sport or compete or whatever it so be, remember that. Like, you have to have something that will keep you going. Whatever it is, wherever it may be, you have to have something to keep you going, because if you don't have anything to keep you going, you're going to stop pushing. You feel me? So, yeah. We back in business, baby. So, make sure that you watch my last vlog. That is the last thing I posted for you guys. And that you comment down below any video requests. And yeah, it's going to be an amazing, amazing time around here. So don't forget to subscribe, because I got some popping content coming up for you guys. And yeah, I'm going to go film some more videos. So I'll see you guys in my next one.
Yeah, girl, I know you wanna. She's a spice, right pipe like pie.